without telling you what I'm cooking, can you guess what I'm cooking? You see it at the end of the video. So first of all, I put my chicken in the pot. I added onions and a lot of fresh pepper which I had pounded. Then I added my maggi, my salt, my special ingredient which is uziza seed. So this is going to give it a very special flavor for this food. So first of all, I added enough water and allowed it to boil. Like I wanted the nutrients to get into the chicken very well. So in case if you do not want to maybe fry your chicken but you need it to be very flavorful, then you can use this method. Allow the chicken to boil with all the ingredients, add enough pepper. Then the uziza seed is going to give it a very nice flavor for this special food I'm cooking. So another tip is when you're using your spices like uziza seed, uda and others, remember to toast it a little, roast it a little in your frying pan so that the flavors would come out very well. So at this point the water has dried up and you can see my pot is already darkening or browning. So I added my okporoko and pomo or kanda. So if you also have smoked fish at this point, you can add it. Then you cover your pot for a while and then you allow it to boil. So at that point I had not yet added water, so now I'm adding water. Then after adding the water, I'm going to cover my pot and allow it to boil very well. So my camera is kind of shaking because I'm filming on one hand and adding the ingredients on the other hand. I haven't gotten a tripod yet, so at this point it has boiled very well. My ingredients is really inside, and so I add my crayfish which I had already pounded, and then I'll allow it to boil some more. At this point you should already be guessing what I'm cooking. It's actually a soup, and so I added 1 cube of maggi and more salt because I had tasted it and I discovered it wasn't enough. And then I added my palm oil. After adding my palm oil, I'm going to let it boil very well. Now look at my soup, it's looking pretty at this point. The oil has boiled very well with the soup, and then I'm going to add cocoyam. So if you have the pounded cocoyam, you can add it, but I don't have the pounded cocoyam, so what I bought is the powdered one. So I just mix it in with a little water and then I add it. Then I'll allow it to boil for a while, and then you see how thick the soup is going to become in a few moments from now. After it has finished boiling, I'm adding ogiri. So ogiri is really nice for this soup I am cooking, and you will discover the soup I'm cooking very soon. So I'm going to mix up the ogiri. So you can also decide to pound your ogiri before you, not like pound, like turn it with your mortar and pestle a little before you add it to your pot. But I just added mine directly because I'd already washed my pestle. Now I'm adding my uziza leaf. At this point you should know that I am cooking oha soup. So after adding my uziza leaf, I'm going to mix up the soup and then I'll cover it, stir it up, allow it to boil very well. Then I'll add my final ingredients, which is oha. So I am cooking oha soup. Now look at the color of the soup. Have you eaten oha soup that was made with chicken? You want to try it because it tastes really nice. So at this point, the uziza leaf has simmered with the soup, and I'll add the final ingredient, which is the oha leaves. So after adding it, I cover the pot and allow it to boil for a while. Then I open it and mix up everything, and voila, food is ready.